Within the industry in the United States, there is essentially no biogas plant quite like ours. The Pacific Northwest is rich in agricultural production, meaning that we have an added benefit in that not only are we recovering the energy, we're able to take the nutrients which result from the process and put them back into agriculture. What we're putting together is what's referred to, particularly in the European Union, as a biogas plant. In our case, anaerobic digestion, which is a fermentation process, ferments food waste to generate methane-rich gas. Our plant is almost exclusively fed post-consumer food waste.
We have trucks pulling up to the plant to hit the scales so we can understand what the quantity of material is. They back up, they tip that into a reception bin that tips up. That has some augers that feed a large hammer mill that separates out any commingled materials, bioplastics, plastics, maybe some spoons, forks, or other things that really shouldn't be in an organic waste stream. It grinds up all the food waste in that process into a slurry or a really thick stew. And that stew then gets piped underground to our mixed tank. So we have capacity in that tank for 4 days worth of material to homogenize. And then that keeps a steady feed into our continuous stirred tank reactor. The mixed tank is the first anaerobic container that we'd see, and that one runs relatively acidic. That's where all the bacteria break down all the feedstock into acetic acid, CO2, and some other minor elements there, or molecules. From there, that gets fed on a continual basis into our continuous stirred tank reactor, where the methanogens then converted into methane and then CO2, hydrogen sulfide. We have about a 30-day residence time in that tank. At the top, there's about a 1 meter gap where the air is collected, or the methane and CO2 is collected, and that goes through a pipe into our gas holder on our over our post digester. That digestate fraction gets pumped through a screw press auger where the fiber is separated out, dropped into a truck, and goes to compost. The liquid fraction, because we have, 6 months of rainy weather here, we send it to a storage tank because we can't land apply it effectively during the rainy months.
We use that methane-rich gas to fuel a generator to create electricity.
It stabilizes energy costs. If you're creating a renewable energy and you're not having to bring other resources into that, you're actually stabilizing costs all across the board.
We're taking what would have been a waste stream and recovering energy from it. In doing that, we're reducing waste going to the landfill, we're reducing the amount of greenhouse gases going to the atmosphere, and we're reducing the need for petroleum-based energy sources.